as you can see, this is a little different than the seat belt y'all saw before. That's because somehow I managed to get a brand spanking new truck. I don't know what it did. My old truck, I didn't break it or nothing. For some reason, the boss decided to put me in a brand new truck, and it's nice because it's got less than 1,000 miles is what it had when I got it. Now it's got 2,300 miles. And I told him, because I was thinking when he said, hey, well, first of all, he's texting me. I was out on my last run, and I was probably a good hour away from the shop. And he starts texting me saying, hey, are you back at the shop yet? I said, no, why? Well, how long is it going to be before you're here? I don't know. I'm just waiting in line. Well, where are you in line? I said, I'm in the last person in line. What in the world's going on? And so once I got back to the shop, I asked him, hey, while I'm here getting fuel, you need something? He said, yep, I'm here. Come on in. So I went in there. He's walking down some stairs. I thought, oh, great. I'm in trouble for something. And he says, oh, I'm going to switch your trucks. And my first thought was, great, I'm gonna get stuck in some old dusty truck. But I finally got used to this one. And I said, permanently or for just like a temporary deal to swap something out on a new one? He says, probably permanently. So I said, all right. Well, I went and parked my truck, shut it all down, got all my stuff out of it. And he says, hey, meet me up in this next lot over here, because there's a parking lot next to the shop. Then up the hill there's a second parking lot, and then farther up the hill from that there's a third parking lot. And he told me, meet me in that last parking lot up there. So that's what I did. And sorry, I'm watching the mirrors, make sure nobody's moving, because I'm actually out on a job right now, sitting in line and waiting. But he told me to meet him up at that next lot, and he walks up to this truck that's all clean. And first thing I noticed, he goes, all right, get around the passenger side. I look down and go, oh man, the exhaust isn't even rusty. There wasn't any rust or nothing on it. He starts explaining how all these different buttons work and everything. And he flips over onto the dash and hits some buttons. He goes, it's got 760 miles.
I'm nervous you're going to get another round.
He says, it's got 760 miles. This truck is brand new. Keep it clean and take care of it, because this truck costs $200,000. This truck I'm sitting in is twice as expensive as my house. And he ordered, I think, no, what was it? He had 12 of them that he bought at the same time. And then he had this batch come in. I think there was 9 on this batch, and then he said there were 6 more on the way. All brand spanking new. Now let me give you a little shot of this thing. Check that out. It's got the power windows, which I wasn't used to at the lumber yard. Automatic locks, that's new to me. It's got this wood paneling on the dash and all. This spot, and again over here it's a little dusty because, you know, working with gravel and rock and all that stuff, it gets dusty, so I need to clean that up before he sees it. All the gauges and all. It's got the telescoping and tilt wheel. It's more 6-foot friendly. It's an automatic, as you can see. There's no clutch lever, which is kind of hard to get used to because I've been driving a stick for the past 7 years. Here's all my buttons. That's the temperature of my axles. Got your cruise control set and all that stuff, hazard lights. You got your lights, the lift axles, these tag axles. I got 3 of them that drop down. So I've got a total of 5 axles on this truck. Yeah, for some reason you have to hit that button in order to get them to work. It's got this real fancy touchscreen deal on here. I can hit these buttons And it tells me when all my maintenance stuff needs to be done and how many miles are left until it needs to be done. It's got navigation stuff on it. Once it pulls up, it's got all this stuff here. And it's got the map on it. That's built into the truck, so I don't actually have to use my phone to do it, but I still do because it's a little easier than that. My phone updates quicker than that thing does. Then you got your PTO here, so that all of this junk here works to lift the bed, lower the bed. It's got AC and it works, and it's cold like all day long. It's 95 degrees out today. I've got it set on 2 and I'm getting cold. So that's nice. Then here I got my axle lock, kind of flips it into like a 4-wheel drive. And then I've got my tarp that goes over top of everything to keep it from flying out. Also tries to hold in some heat because the asphalt comes out real hot. So you cover it up. And then I've got my tailgate latch, and then my lift gate, which instead of just undoing the tailgate so that it flops open, it'll actually lift the tailgate all the way up out of the way so that when I dump, everything comes out at once. Nice little cubby holes up here for stuff. It's got the cubby holes up top above it, the dash. Got my radio. This was a brand new radio, which is pretty nice, with a brand new mic. My old one was kind of old and busted up a little bit. Power mirrors, very handy. Lots of storage stuff down in the door and all. All this is nice and new. Nothing's falling apart. It's got the passenger seat over here for my cooler, because nobody ever rides with me. Little slot over there for my clipboard. Little bit of storage back here. Then you got your triangles and stuff. Fire extinguisher under the passenger seat, some safety glasses. It's got lights up here. They all work, which is something I didn't have before. Everything I compare it to is compared to when I was at the lumber yard, not the last truck when I first got to this job. It's all compared to the lumber yard trucks that I'm used to, because I'm still pretty new here. Let's see here, but yeah, speakers all work. And since this thing has those 3 drop axles, or tag axles, whatever you want to call them, and I've got a total of 5 axles plus my front axle, I can haul more weight in this truck. So it comes in more handy for the Kansas side, because going from Missouri to Kansas, there's different weight limits that you're allowed to haul that are set by the state. So the boss can charge more. He can charge the companies more to use my truck because I can haul more. And plus it just kind of helps get the job done a little quicker if I can throw an extra 5 tons compared to the other trucks. So I've hauled, see, this truck, when I pulled onto the scale, the heaviest I've ever had it was at, I think 90,000 pounds is what all the truck and the load weighed. So it gets the job done a little quicker, because everybody else they have about a max of 24, 25 tons they can haul. I can haul up to 30. So gets the job a little quicker, and it can make the company more money. I'm not making any more money for driving it, but hey, I've got a brand new truck. That's payment enough for me. But it's pretty nice to work for a company that maintains their trucks and orders new ones. Not just new to the company where it's got 300,000 miles on it when they get it, but it's cleaned up and then having a bunch of problems with it. Well, it seems like every new truck is going to have some kinks in it that have to get worked out, because it seems like every single new truck comes right out of the factory and it's got something in there that needs to be fixed, or something within the first couple thousand miles it's going to go wrong. This one I had to have a blinker fixed, so the blinker would turn on but it wouldn't blink over on the passenger side. And then I had to get some bolts tightened back up. And there was one other thing. What was it? Oh yeah, my speedometer was 11 miles up, which, you know, if I'm doing 10 miles an hour, it said I was doing 21 miles an hour. One morning it just jumped where it was 11 miles over, so I had to get that readjusted. So it's a pretty nice truck. It works a lot more comfortable now. My boss isn't riding my butt, checking up on me all day. I just hear from him at night, pretty much, because the way it works here is we don't have a set schedule on where you go every day. He'll just text us every night. You know, Monday night, he'll text me and say, be at this plant at this time Tuesday morning. Tuesday night, be at this plant at this time on Wednesday morning. And that's how our deal goes. And there's no set time to get off. It's just whenever you're told that you're done, which usually, you know, I try to make as long as I can possibly make it, because if the hours are there, I want to work them. Makes it a little easier when your paycheck is a good one. So I just cruise around all day, and I've got my phone up on the holder on the screen there, and listen to music, enjoy the AC, talk to people on the radio. It's got a custom mic holder. It's a paper clip. For some reason they don't have a little thing it slides into, so there's a little elastic cord up here. I just hook it onto there. That was on it when I got into the truck. So it's pretty nice. That's my new truck. I'm enjoying it. So I gotta get back to work. Y'all be good.